Hello and welcome to my latest weekly video news from Madison's. Well, the market continues to do really well. And one thing I hear from sellers all the time at the moment is, but the market is booming, it's recovered so much more. Should I not go back to market with a better price? Should I not, although you looked at it last year, should I not market with a higher price now? And Zoopla's price index shows that that is a dangerous sentiment at the moment. The market is indeed better than it was last year. So annual house price inflation is now year on year sitting at 0.3% down. So it's still negative on where it was this time last year. But if you look back to October 2023, it was down 1.4%. So it's just slowing a bit quicker now, and we're getting closer to prices feeling flat. But Zoopla's report has absolutely evidence that sellers still must remain realistic on their pricing. What we're tending to see now, as I say to sellers all the time, is just closer negotiation to asking price. 2/5 of properties were still negotiated at 5% or more below asking price, and that tends to be the properties that have been on the market slightly longer, that are sticking around and that need a slight price amendment. So do be careful. Yes, the market is better, but there are more properties going to market. Stock levels are up around 10% from where they were this time last year, and almost back to pre-pandemic levels in terms of the number of properties that I'm listing as an agent. Any agent on average has 30 properties available at any one time, and we're sitting at about that at the moment. So that's encouraging, but that better choice for buyers will give them more choice. They'll have more to select from, and that will temper prices a little bit more. It's the classic supply and demand curve, isn't it? If there's more supply, then even if demand is rising, then those prices will still be pressed down by that extra choice that buyers will have. So please remain cautious, sellers. Yes, it's better. Mortgage approvals are back to almost pre-pandemic levels. The rates dropped over 1% from what it was in the summer of last year. That's encouraging the market. There is more going to market. We're agreeing prices a bit quicker. We're negotiating tighter, but it's certainly not still a boom, positive price territory market. It's just a lot better than it was. So remain cautious at all times. A really interesting article caught my eye this week about NIMBY households, not in my backyard. Basically, Stack Data Strategy, a company I've not heard of before, they did a research. They polled 15,000 adults nationally to gauge their thoughts on new development. Of course, we know new development is needed. There's a real housing shortage, so we do need to build more houses. But yeah, they asked adults what they thought. And the worst area, the most NIMBY area, was actually in Essex. So Essex do not want any development. I was really surprised by that. There were other areas that fell into that, which I think we would all agree are very beautiful areas that we want to preserve, like Cornwall and the Isle of Scilly. But I was surprised by Essex being so NIMBY. Really don't want any development. They were closely followed by Uttersford, Malden, Brentwood and Radford. So yeah, all areas that don't want development. They also asked those people, though, what would we need to do for you to become pro-development? And it was quite interesting to see the top 4 things they said. They said they wanted jobs for the area, so the development to bring in jobs, for it to bring in new amenities, a school or coffee shops to kind of reinvigorate the area. They also felt they wanted more affordable housing, so to make it more affordable for future generations to get on the property ladder. Obviously, prices have gone up so much. And finally, better walkways, so sort of pavement, street lighting, to make us more able to be greener. So those are the 4 things. If a developer wants to build, address those 4 things. You'll have a better chance of winning over your local community and maybe getting that development passed. But I thought that was quite an interesting one. Well, we have launched a beautiful property to market. It's called Old Dundle. It's on Dundale Lane. Its seclusion and privacy are exceptional. You wouldn't even know where it is unless I showed you. Stunning views. It's a really, really lovely 5-bedroom period farmhouse, and then unlisted, and a lovely annex, one of the best annexes I've ever seen. 2-bedroom, really great. I mean, lovely little cottage. Previous owners have used it as a great holiday let income. It's got a swimming pool, outbuildings, the works. It's a really, really great one on a guide of 2.15 million. So if that's of interest, do give us a call. I hope you're enjoying the Easter holidays. School's back, not too long now, pushing through, but have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.